Hi, this is Janet Davis with Boss Lady Productions, LLC, and I'm sitting here today with Brett Dayne, very well-known local actor and producer, and he's beloved in our indie community. So welcome, Brett, to Boss Lady Studios. I'm so glad to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
What experience for you in filmmaking caused you to realize that it wasn't just a hobby for you, that it was something that you wanted to do professionally? Was there a moment? Was there a breakthrough moment for you?
A long time ago when I was working in the corporate world, corporate world meaning I was a marketing analyst for competitive intelligence with a...
Okay, go on.
So, long story short, they ended up having me do like their training films for their sales force.
Oh.
And one of the individuals that worked on directing it said, "Hey, you're pretty natural at this. You should be an actor." So I just kind of laughed it off. But it had always been something that I always kind of wanted to do. I mean, I had drama in high school and stuff, just never pursued it. My company downsized. I found myself without a job at Christmas time.
Aww.
Started doing the LinkedIn thing. Ran across an
thing
actress of all things, and I thought, who can be an actress in Boise, Idaho? So anyway, her name was Trinity May. I reached out to her, asked her, "Hey, tell me how you get to be an actor." So she invited me to my first acting class.
Which was?
At the time, I believe they called it the Actor's Workout with Matthew Melton and Brandon Freeman.
Well, we know that name around here a little bit.
You'll hear me always refer to them as my roots in acting, and so whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing, you know, they'd have to tell you. But no, I'll forever be grateful to those two for the direction and the coaching and everything they did to mentor me.
After you'd taken that first class,
yes,
you were like, "This is it. This is
pretty much."
Because I hear from little birds on the street that you are a brilliant musician.
I was a musician before I did acting.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So I had a really great time with a band called Half the World. We later changed our name to Vindicata. Vindicata went on to record an album with Chris Poland, who's known for his fame in Megadeth. In fact, he's being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
So did you quit music to pursue acting?
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So you made a choice.
It was a choice, although I still keep getting the bug. I still have all my concert gear, and so you never know.
What's your instrument?
I'm a lead guitarist.
If you literally had to pick right meow, which would you choose? Guitar or acting?
Hands down, it would be acting.
Really?
Yeah, love acting.
Okay, great. So what got you into, because I know recently you have grown from acting into production.
So a couple of years ago, I had an opportunity to work down in LA, worked on some sets, got to learn all the lingo and get familiar with what a real production was like.
Right.
And so one of the things that I felt that Idaho was maybe missing in film is there were a lot of different groups kind of working on things, but it was more run and gun. I didn't see a lot of following the structure that I was used to down in LA.
Oh, so, it's very different.
Yeah. Sure. And so the cool thing about being a producer is I can go out and whatever flavor it is I'm looking for in a cinematographer or a DP, depending on the project, it allows me the freedom to be able to kind of pick the right flavor for the right project.
What do you think a producer's main role in a production is?
Basically, you need to manage the whole entire operation and basically piece it together. I tend to get involved in the casting.
Details.
Yeah, there's a lot of details. The projects here, I tend to want to be the producer because I know I can get stuff done.
Right.
I'm pretty much fearless when it comes to getting locations, negotiating costs and budgets of what it is we're looking at trying to
You're not afraid to get in there and get what you need.
No, and you find out as an actor early on if you're sitting around waiting for something to happen, you know, it's just not going to happen. Right. So I would rather be busy all the time. So I also script write, but usually
so you do some screenwriting. And who are some of your favorite local writers? Do you have any names?
There's a few. There's Randy Reese. There's Christy Luce. I can never say Lucier. Thank you.
I just interviewed her last night.
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
But she's award-winning, and I love her writing and her style of writing.
How many roles would you say that a Boise indie filmmaker can successfully play on a set? Like, do you think that you can wear all those hats?
It can be out of necessity, but it's not my preference.
Okay.
And the reason being is I don't want to have to be worrying about whether or not some crew member's going to show up, or if lighting's right, or if we have grip
Sure.
support, while I'm trying to be focused in the moment as the character I'm
So
playing.
you prefer to stay in your lane and let the team
Yes,
do the work?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you find unique about our Treasure Valley Boise indie film community as opposed to the communities in larger cities like LA?
If you looked at where we were about 5 years ago, I think we were just starting to really come of age, so to speak, but it just continues to grow. We have a lot more choices, a lot more people have come in.
A lot more
and have gotten-
technology.
Oh yeah, incredible technology capability. The
Yeah.
camera capability is so much better. We have some great filmmakers locally. We have had representation in
So
the
you
past
think we're
at
going to get on
Sundance.
the map eventually?
Oh, I think so. There's
We hope
people
so.
working on trying to build that exposure at Sundance.
Good.
Ellen Smith and her husband Bill had been instrumental in the past, and an amazing actress. So I would love to work with her more.
She actually is in our film acting class here at the studio
Oh, nice.
on Wednesday nights with Austin Von Johnson. So
Yes, who is also awesome.
amazing.
Yes.
Yes, he's a natural leader. So I get to hang out with Ellen every Wednesday
Yeah.
for 3
Well,
hours.
you're in
It's
good
super
company.
fun. What is your favorite piece that you have worked on here locally?
Well, the one that I'm kind of most proud of is the one Richard Martin has worked on, and that's called
Oh.
Sticks.
Sticks,
Not Sticks
that's
the
the
band, but
one.
Sticks the parody on.
Oh, and so that was actually, you were nominated for Best Actor 2019 in the Las Vegas Global Film Festival
Yes.
Awards for that. Oh.
We actually got to go down. Well, thank you.
Congratulations. Wow.
That was an extreme honor. In fact, I actually got to sit next to the Best Actress, having graduated from Juilliard and has starred in numerous shows
Yeah.
out in New York. I was like, oh wow, I am in exceptionally great company. So
Well,
I felt
that's
very flattered and honored to
amazing.
even be nominated.
And the other one is called Reason. So tell us, that was accepted on Amazon Prime in 2020. Says it was a qualifier in the International Christian Film Festival
It was.
Awards and the Utah Film Festival.
That was an interesting experiment, so to speak, because one of the scenes was actually derived from an H-48, which we didn't end up using, but we loved the scene. So Cody Newton got inspired to write a story, and it wasn't, even though it takes place in a church, it's not really a religious story per se, but it's really about a man who lost his wife and needed to find a reason to go on. And
Right.
so that was probably the most emotionally challenging role I've ever done. And it was a semi-finalist in Utah Film Awards
That's
as well.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Wow.
it had a nice little run.
What is it that drives you to continue creating and doing the work that you do?
A lot of people get into acting for various reasons. Some do it for fame, some do it for money, some do it to be pushed and to grow. And I think if I ever was to make it to a point where I have fame, I think the
Some
choices...
do it to meet Jason Momoa.
I actually
wait,
met
sorry,
him.
that was just me.
You'll have to
My bad,
excuse
my
me. I
bad.
met him at Sundance.
Okay, stop it right now.
Okay. Sometimes I have an idea. I wake up from a dream or whatever. I write it down. Then I start visualizing characters for it. If I'm writing locally, I will actually have individual actors in mind that I want to go out for the role. And so
cool.
I usually cast ahead of time. But it comes to a real advantage. And we have such a great plethora of really good actors here now.
Totally.
Laura Mason, we talked about
Katie
Ellen Smith,
Preston.
Katie Preston, love her.
Yeah.
We went to class together and, have gotten to work together that way.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
John Ravenholt is
Yeah.
unbelievable. He's really talented.
Yeah, there's so many here. I
Yeah.
could just go on and
Yeah,
on.
Janet
but-
Davis, I heard,
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
I've never seen her work, but.
Yep, I heard that too.
Okay, that was
Wink,
totally
wink.
shameless, so cut that. Well, that is awesome, Brett. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, you're more than welcome, and I'm glad to participate. This
Yeah,
has
I'm really
been a
glad
good
to have had you
experience.
here. This is
Thank
Janet
you.
Davis again with Boss Lady Productions, LLC, and we're here with Brett Dayne, actor and producer, and beloved member of the Boise indie film community. Brett, thank you so much for being with us today.
Sure.
And we'll talk to you guys soon.